Okay. So everybody thinks I'm Vince with Listings to Leads, and you know this call is for all of you over at Hunt ERA, and you've been clients for a while. But it's a good time to kind of get a refresher because we've launched some really, honestly, super exciting stuff that's pretty mind-blowing when it comes to Facebook. But also we have new tools coming, and we just have some fantastic results, and you need to sort of understand what people are doing with our system so that you can implement them yourself, the same sorts of tasks, and basically grow your business. So before we started the call, I asked everybody to let me know, like, how long have you been an agent, and also, do you have listings or not? So we've got new agents, we've got people with listings, new agents without. Great, okay. And Madeline, recruiter, please email me, Vince at Listings Leads. We've got an awesome recruiting piece that we have just upgraded that we need to get in your account, and you need to know how to use it. So, hey, everybody, thanks for giving me that info. That helps. So what you need to know, first of all, is that we are kind of a really full suite marketing platform for realtors. And we have tools for agents who have listings, and we have tools for agents who don't have listings. And those tools will help you get both buyers and seller leads. So the trick to Listings to Leads, I'm going to just scroll down before I even log into it. There's a lot of stuff. We do automated social media posting. It has lead capture. We can put automated home value ads on your social media, down payer assistance ads. Got a lot of stuff for social media. We also have, landing pages for every listing. They're mobile optimized. We've got single property websites. We've got virtual tours. The list just keeps going. So I don't really want to look at his list because that will get overwhelming very quickly, right? But what I do want you to understand is, I'm sure you've been in the business for a while, or you're new and you've heard of many of these kinds of tools. You maybe used them in the past, but none of these tools are written in the way or coded or created in the way that our tools are to help you capture leads, both buyers and sellers. And again, whether you have listings or don't, you can use these tools, okay? So in order to get all that, sort of get your arms around it, you certainly got to spend a little bit of time with us and learn what's going on. But, that's an investment, right? And investing your time and money, you don't always want to do unless you kind of know why in the world would I do this. Well, first of all, I'm going to show you a couple of examples in this group. This is our private mastermind group. You can't find it on Facebook, but it is in Facebook. I want to make sure all of you are in this group, okay? This is where our clients come and share what's going on, and they share what's working and they share what's not working. And what's really interesting, I actually want to show this to you. About a day ago, this guy Chris came in here to say what is working for him. And it's actually a pretty astounding little post. He says, I've been farming my own neighborhood for 3 months, and I've gotten 5 deals out of it. I post these videos in our neighborhood, in our group, thanks L2L, right? So then what he's doing, he's creating these videos, he's targeting it to his area, and then he's sending out our tools. Let me make sure. I'm going to turn off my webcam. I don't think my webcam is on, but this new Facebook interface is just chewing up my computer. So if it gets kind of dodgy or I'm skipping, please let me know. So what he's doing is he's using the nearby homeowner letter, and then he's pushing it, and that pushes people to a home value. And then he follows up, and this is key. He sends out the letters to anyone that's owned a home for more than 5 years. Once they opt in on the property valuation landing page, he contacts them every week with phone calls, bomb letters, even does some door knocking and drops them off. He's taking videos like this And I'm going to show you the tools that he's using, and he's getting like 5 deals in the past 3 months. Okay. I'm also, and again, this is not to just be singing the songs of, top agents. It's to help you understand that investing your time to learn what in the world we're doing is going to help you grow your business. Okay. And that's really the key. You may not know this. We've been doing this for more than 10 years. Your office has had access for probably 3 of those years, or maybe even longer. And the difference for people whose business is growing with our platform and those who it's not growing with our platform is the people who have learned and use our system. There's another question here I want to point out. And it is who here is this came in last summer. Who here is using listings to leads and gets 2 or more listings a month strictly from this system? And of course, a bunch of our clients jumped in. You should go find this in the mastermind group. This lady said, I've been with them for 45 days. I've got 2 listings. I actually know because I know from speaking to her. She got 4 listings from one mailing of 1 letter. Nothing to do with the internet, nothing to do with Facebook. Took a letter, I'm going to show it to you, and started making use of it. She actually grew so fast in that year that she started her own office and has an office account with us. But actually, the person who I want to point out and where I'm going to kind of direct this to after is this guy, Dustin, who says, we average 2 listings from each marketed listing, all from L2L tools, mailers, and open houses. We're trying to get that to above 3 this year. And I want you to understand that one, because listings to leads, like I said, we've been around for 10 years. A lot of people, I speak to people every day of the week who want listing, right? They know the word is it's easy to get buyers, but get listings is really hard. So they want one tool, right? What is that magic pill that's going to help me get more listings, right? And that magic tool has been, and you may have heard for many people, it's called a landing page. Right? You may have heard this, and I don't want to lose you, so just sort of hang on with me a minute here. Having a landing page that says what is your home worth and putting it on Facebook has been talked about for years for many people, right? We have talked about it. Lots of other coaches talk about it. You should have landing pages like that, and you should be using them. But to be honest, there are more tools than that, and we have a lot better tools than that. This is a post I'm going to send you. It's a blog post, and in the spirit of you learning of what's going on, of course you're sitting here and you're going to listen to me for a little while, yam around. But I talk fast. You're going to forget what I am saying, and you need to know that on this link that I'm about to send you is some really important information. If you're somebody who invests in video, Matterport, your own video, professional video, and you want to get leads with it, you need to know how to incorporate it. It is covered here. If you're somebody that wants to get more buyers or sellers, and you don't have your own listings or you don't, you need to watch this video here. Because this tells you how to market listings. This one tells you how to get buyers and sellers even if you don't have any listings at all. Here's some really inexpensive ways of capturing buyer and seller leads. But this one right here is the top 7 seller lead gen tools. The top tools in our system to help you get listings. On the bottom of that list is taking a home valuation landing page like this and putting it on Facebook. That's at the bottom of that top 7 tools. The top tool of that list is actually, I'm going to show it to you in a second, but I'm going to finish this question here. What's the one particular tool? What is the number 1 tool to get 2 listings per month is what she's asking. And Dustin here says, do everything on the checklist. I'm going to show you these things. Half of them are automated. There are only 5 things. We're going to get into them in just a second. But before we go there, let's go back and let's look at what Dustin is talking about and what Alicia Pless, who I mentioned earlier, is talking about for getting more and more listings. The number one tool on that list of top 7 tools is this tool. We call it the nearby homeowner letter. And forgive me as I click in Facebook because they changed my interface and everything is very slow now. This letter is inside every one of your accounts. If you have a listing, whether it's just listed, whether it's open house, whether it's pending or sold. Now, this guy actually used it when it was sold. And it doesn't matter. I don't know what is more important, like what status. I don't think it actually matters. The guy that I just showed you in the mastermind group who just pulled 5 deals in 3 months out of his farm is using this letter. You'll notice that it points you to a home valuation landing page. So he's mailed this to people who have owned their home for longer than 5 years. And then he followed up with a video that's out there on Facebook. So he's kind of crushing it. I think you got to go find that post and go look at what he's doing. It's really simple. And honestly, it blew me away. He announced that yesterday. But what Dustin does, and hopefully he's going to follow that news story, he takes this letter, he puts it in black envelopes with a 1-page calendar thing here and 1 page of his Zillow reviews, and he mails it to 250 homes, first class. It cost him $625, but he actually got 10 listings out of that with the average commission of $17,000. So he's kind enough to say that's his highest ROI, right? $170,000 on a 625 spend. Yeah, that's pretty good. This is a constant part of his business, and you'll see Dustin in our group. And I'll just tell you a little bit about Dustin. We'll get into it. Dustin did a call with us. It's in the mastermind group, and he did it in January. His office also supplies listings to leads to his agents. And like us today, I don't get a chance to talk to every one of those agents, right? I train them like this. And then Dustin kind of heard me say whatever I was saying, and he started using our tools, right? And that guy, when he in the call, he has been an agent for 4.5 years. He's been using us for 2.5 years, and that's when his office made it available. He went from 5 million to 20 million in production. He told us in that call 80% of his business comes from our tools, and that he puts in 2 hours a week with our system. All right. He puts his daughter in ballet, and he goes to the nearby Starbucks and he works in listings to leads for 2 hours. And that's how he went from 5 to 20 million, a 400% increase in his entire business. So I would love to hear stories like that from you guys. Oddly enough, even though I've done at least 4 trainings with your office, I don't hear a peep out of people from ERA. I only hear from Robert, and I'm glad he's still a fan. I hope you guys kind of get with our program one of these days. It's helping our clients all over the country. Here is Alicia Pless, who has said, I've got my 3rd listing in 6 months in the same subdivision. Listing leads works if you work it. I can tell you one more thing about that subdivision. There are 50 homes in that subdivision, 50. And she's picked out 3 listings out of that, right? So she's doing it from the same letter, right? So to learn this system, I'm going to send you this link. It will cover it, but we're going to go through it kind of really quickly here today, all right? Inside listings to leads, we have 2 major halves, a landing page section and a listings section. And I'm going to kind of repeat this right now. A lot of people think taking a home value ad and putting it on Facebook and saying, hey, everybody in Phoenix wants your home value, go fill this out. That is a great way to capture addresses, and a lot of addresses actually, and maybe even some emails. But it's not a great way of getting contracts for listings. A great way, as I've explained to you, is to market your listings with our system. Now, right here, I have what is called it's an open house, right? This is the task list that Dustin was referencing. And he says, do everything on this list, okay? And when he said everything, really all he meant was 5 things, right? Number 5 on this list is print marketing. It's actually the tool, the homeowner, the nearby homeowner letter that I was just showing you on Facebook. This is where you download it. This is where you print it. And then you figure out how you're going to mail it to the people that you want to mail it to. That kind of information of like who's owned a home for 5 years, I don't know where you can get that. Maybe it's your title or lender partner. But this thing has nothing to do with the internet. This has nothing to do with Facebook ads. This is, can you print, download and print and get it in the neighborhood where you want more listings? And it's pretty simple. In this one, it says, I got an open house. Go to this website if you want to find out about it. But that's going to affect your home value. Go to this website to get your free home value. And it's just that connection that I can sell a home in your neighborhood. You can go check it out here. And I can also get your free home value right now. That's what makes these things really powerful, okay? It's at the top of our top 7 tools list, okay? But at the top of this list is your social media. And we have what we call a listing landing page. Awesome tool for capturing leads. It's awesome. This is an open house, so it's time sensitive. So there's that little Mission Impossible ticking time bomb thing. In order for me, the consumer, to get to the details of this house, I got to click this blue continue with Facebook button. That flashes us reaching into Facebook, getting their name and email, delivering it to you, and then we say thank you from you to them, and then we drop them on a single property website, okay? So that little interaction there is how you capture a buyer lead, right? But I want to point out that our e-flyers for our homes, our single property websites for our homes, and our virtual tours for our homes have multiple hooks for you to capture listing leads. And again, that gets back to the point of, if you market your listings with listings to leads, you're going to get more listings. So what are those hooks? Well, right here it says, what is your home worth, right? And what is your home worth? It's pointing to my top home valuation landing page. I'm in Lafayette, so I want to talk about what is your Lafayette home worth, right? I've got a picture of the Lafayette Reservoir. We all walk our dogs and take our kids and jog around this reservoir. You might have something that is pertinent to your core market. You want to make sure, go look at your listings, make sure that this landing page is pointing to your landing page. And let me point this out. I'm going to click on it again. And it's got my username up here. You can't see it, but my username is VMaze. I don't know what your username is for listings to leads, but when you log into it, you use your username, okay? And the point of that is, when we set this up, when we set up an office account, and again, I don't know how long, or even if you use listings to lead, we set it up so that that landing page, that core landing page, is pointing to the office site. So while you're marketing listings, these leads could be going to the office and not to you. So you can go into your account, go to lead links here to the top, and just edit those links so that those landing pages are pointing to you. But as we go down here, it's a normal single property website, right? Photos, information, but then there's this big graphic here, what's your home worth? You keep going down, there's maps and there's good other fun stuff you'd expect to see in marketing for real estate. And then there's a massive at the bottom for what is your home worth, right? So this particular tool has like 3 or 4 connections to get listing leads, even though it's an open house, or maybe it's just listed or pending. Now, I've also got here, there's a little video here. Again, I mentioned it earlier, if you invest in video, embed it in our system. Video is cool because people, they don't know how to read anymore, but they love to look at videos. So embed your video if you want to capture leads in it, right? But also, let's look at the home value. Let's look at the actual call to action. It's going to ask for the name and phone number, but then we ask this simple question. Do you own a home? Yes or no? If I say yes, do you got to sell it? Yes or no, right? Now, why do you think we do that? We do this because we know if you've been in the business for a while, you know that when people wake up in the United States and want to sell their home, they don't just pick up a phone book or go to the internet and start dialing phone numbers for realtors. That does not happen, all right? In our dreams, that happens, but that is not what happens. What actually happens is people go on the internet for months and months and start researching the market. They start looking at homes for sale in their area, right? And they start finding, because they definitely want to know what's going on before they talk to a realtor like you. Now, if you're using our tools, they're going to get a lot of information. They're going to be able to find out their home value, and these are high quality leads, okay? These are much higher quality, again, than taking a really cool home valuation landing page like this and running random internet ads on Facebook, okay? Those are really kind of, they're just lower quality, right? But when you start using our other tools, you're going to find that this can be a great way of getting more listings. Now, I want to point out that there's social media auto posting. We're going to look at how to turn that on in a minute. But when I say there's 5 things to do, the number 1 thing on that list is done automatically if you turn on social media auto posting, right? And then when you click that button, it shows you, it basically says, hey, this is posted to your business page. It says it's open house. Click for more information. If I click on this, bam, that drives me over to a page where I'm going to capture a lead, right? Now, I want to point out something. Auto posting is very cool. If you're not really confident or comfortable getting things on social media that capture leads for you, this will do it automatically, right? But I want to kind of point out that what you should know about auto posting to your Facebook business pages and community pages. And to demonstrate it, I'm going to take you to our business page. This is the listings to leads business page. So a lot of you don't understand this about business pages. So let's just slow down here and learn together, right? To help you understand, we have just over 13,000 people following our business page, okay? And I auto post things like that to our page, right? And here you can see, let me show you something here. We'll see, and we put a lot of recorded webinar stuff here and stuff like that, right? So here is a new construction piece, right? Auto posted, new construction. It happened in August 6th, which is quite a while ago. It only reached 119 people, okay? But let's see, this is a just sold ad from August 6th. Only reached 128 people. What I'm trying to convey to you is we've been posting things to our business page for years, but Facebook doesn't show it to everybody. They only show it to a small percentage. I think it's 5%. So if you have 100 people or 200 or even 1,000 people, not a lot of people are seeing anything you put on your business page. It's not until you boost it, right? Until many people see it. And to give you an example, like here's something we posted, 42 people reached. But this one here has 3,800 people reached, 63 people engaged. And it says boost again because we boosted this. We talked about some new technology. We wanted everybody to see that. So I definitely want you to know that if we're auto posting to your pages, you need to take a step and run and boost it. If you want thousands of people to see it, if you want 10 people to see it, just auto post it, and that's cool. The next tool that is designed that is great to capture leads is and great referrals is tools for your seller's social media. It looks like this. So when you get a listing, we actually send you an email and say, hey, do you want referrals? Give us the homeowner's email address and put their name in it. We send this to them and we copy you. If you don't fill it out, we just send it to you. And if you're like a lot of our clients, you just ignore this, right? I don't really want you to ignore it because it's actually a really powerful tool for getting referrals and listing leads. Now I could show you in the mastermind group our clients saying, how am I getting leads, listing leads, and I'm not running ads, and they're actually using those tools. So this is what that tool looks like. It says we're having an open house on Sunday. I don't know why it's black. Let me see here. Give me a second. Give me a second. Let me show you one with an actual photo so it makes some sense. This is a property that's for sale, right? So imagine you're my agent and you gave me this tool, and I said, and you said, and you called me for 5 or 10 seconds. You said, hey, would Vince, would you put this on your wall? Right? We're doing all these other things to market your home, but the more eyeballs, the more contract, the more offers. Let's, put this on your wall for me. I know you get 100 emails a day. Just please copy and paste. Okay. So it says for sale, our home is for sale. You at your office created so many other tools, right? So now all my friends know that you are my realtor. And then when it's sold, now again, Facebook, God darn it, excuse me, Facebook it has just upgraded their system, and now my page looks ridiculous. There should be a picture of your home here, right? But it says our home is just sold, and we want to recommend you at your office for doing an excellent job. And here is your phone number and email for all my friends and family and colleagues to see on Facebook. This is not a paid ad. This will stay here forever. Your paid ads are going to expire. They're going to become useless in a matter of days. If one of your colleagues or one of your clients, friends or family or colleagues clicks on this post, we're going to drive them to, I think in this case, it's a virtual tour. But it'll drive them to a single property website or any tool that's going to capture a lead. But notice, since this home is sold, we're not looking for buyers anymore. It's offering a free home value. And that's another reason why you need to market your listings. If the home is sold, pending, under contract, active, contingent, the call to action switch to capturing seller leads, not buyer leads. So definitely take advantage of our sold advertising. Take advantage of these tools for the client. We actually can send them to your client automatically. Copy, you just pick up the phone and go to and just say, hey, please put that on Facebook for me. Now, this one here, the virtual tour, I want you to focus on the lead gen virtual tour. We create it automatically. All right. And if we create it automatically, it's because we're stitching, we're doing a zoom of the of the photos that come in the MLS. Now, if you're somebody that invests in high quality video, I recommend you click edit on this listing and you embed it right there with this video right there. Okay. But there's something really important because you're with ERA. And ERA is part of Realogy, and Realogy has created a really cool tool that not every company has. And I don't know what they call it in your office, but around the country, I've heard it called Dash. And Dash is like a syndication platform for you. And your listings go on Dash, right? And the cool thing about that is if you take this virtual tour, which, as you know, captures leads only for you, they will syndicate this virtual tour to all the big portals that you've heard of, but they also syndicate it to your competitors who are in the Realogy brand. So if you've got Coldwell Banker or Century 21 or Sotheby's in your area and they're showcasing your listings, they will push this virtual tour to their site. Now you can imagine if your listing is on Coldwell Banker's website and there's a question about it and somebody found your listing on Coldwell Banker, that question would go to those agents in that office. But if your virtual tour is there, somebody's probably going to click a virtual tour before they ask you anything, right? They ask anybody anything. And as you can now see, this virtual tour captures leads for you. So my recommendation is the minute that you get a listing in our system, we email the branded virtual tour to you. Copy it here, or copy it from your email. Go put it in Dash one time when it's just listed. When you update it to open house or pending or sold, it will update in the background. You only need to do it one time. That might take you a minute to do. Now, if you've got CRMs and you got a bunch of leads, take this e-flyer for your database and copy and paste it in there. It's very similar to the print flyer that I said, right? It says, you got an open house on Saturday. Go click this picture here and go become a buyer lead for me. But when that home is sold, it's going to affect your home value. So click this link or click here to go become a seller lead for me. There's also your signature, which is embedded inside your profile. These are all hyperlinks that drive to either your website, your reviews, or your home valuation landing page. Those are all your lead links, right? Again, I talked about your lead links up on above, and this is the lead links tab. You probably want to make sure that these are pointing to the best places for your business. If they're checked here, they become your default lead links, which means they're on every one of your tools, or they're in your signature, which is up here in your profile. So to wrap up the listing story, every one of your listings have all those tools. You can change your listing from active to open house or under contract or under deposit or sold. And we'll do the auto posting. We'll send those tools to your seller. You know, you don't have to use a print flyer at every status, but use it if you want more listings. It's our top tool. So that's how you market listings. Over here on the right is a landing page section. And you should all have landing pages for areas where you want listings, right? Our number one landing page for listings is Property Valuation Plus, right? And I definitely recommend that you're using this. You probably need one for Phoenix. You might need one for Tempe and for Mesa or whatever, but you need to create these for all your top farm markets. Put a nice picture in the background so that people, if you're running ads or if you're using our letters, people know you're talking about their area and you're not like a super generic online spam company, right? To give you an example of what works locally, let me, I set up Coldwell Banker in New Jersey years ago. We did a call just like this. And the manager called me and said, hey, thanks for getting all kinds of leads. We're using your stuff and it's awesome. And the number one home valuation landing page has pictures of the oldest diner in their town, right? Now, this is a different town from yours. This small town, 25,000 people, big Main Street. This restaurant's been sitting on Main Street for years, right? You know, these old converted railroad cars. This is an antique. So if you know this thing, you know Summit, New Jersey. And that's my point to you. If you're going to go running ads on Facebook, you want to build trust. And building trust says that you know their area. You can put a video in the background if you want, but at least get a picture of your local areas. You can also, we've got great landing pages for new construction. If you've got that kind of thing going on, this is automatically created to capture buyers. You can customize the form on the right, you can customize the photo in the background. You can even put bullet points on the left. You can even embed video in there. And then we've got this cool one for down payer assistance. You can customize it for you if you want to deal with first-time home buyers, or you've got some great lending deal you can talk about. Again, you can customize. This is what it looks like out of the box, right? It's ready for you to use. And so if you've got reports, you can create your own kind of landing pages here. But let's say you've got a report for sellers or for people who are buying, right? But if you know how you get these things like thinking of selling your home, here are the top things you do. Go just click on custom free reports for sellers and type in, I'm going to type in Phoenix or Tempe since I know how to do that. And then click add landing page and then you customize it from there, right? So listings, marketing, landing pages, that's what we're all about, okay? So what I want to talk about is some of the new things now. And even if you've been a client for a while, I recommend that you log into your account and get into this wizard here. This is so if you've never logged in, or even if you have, get to this and set this up, because what we know is our system is very powerful. That's why we've been able to succeed for more than 10 years. And that's why our clients are growing their business. Our tools work, but they're all over the place. Like you got to find this thing over there and this is there. But if you go through this wizard, which will take you about 5 or 10 minutes, this will connect your social media. This will pull in your listings, which you don't need to probably do. If you have your own listings and they're not in your account, use our support page and we'll help you with that. But if you don't have listings, this will help you use our new tool called My Farm Dominator, which is over here, to borrow listings, right? And then it'll create a home valuation landing page and it'll even get it on your social media for you. So let's do this together. Start on the first one here, click finish. And if you need to add your picture or you need to update it or change your number, do it. And then go next. Your office logo is going to be there. If you need any of this other stuff, add it, click next. If your MLS wants you to have some certain language on there, you can put that there. Make sure your time zone is right so that when we got those counters going off, they're in your right time zone. At that point, you're done. Let's connect to social media. Now, and on this point, if you have any questions, definitely type them in or unmute yourself and ask them. But let me answer the questions that come up first. This is a really important part. You need to connect your social media. And it's going to say connect, and you're going to click this. Mine's already connected, so I can't do it for you. It's going to say connect as you, personal. Connect as your name. Say yes. Once you say yes, it's going to show you all your business and community pages. And you check those off. You can auto post to multiple pages. Okay? So do that, and then it'll say, ask you another question, say yes and continue. It'll bring you back here. And then connect as Twitter and LinkedIn. Now, you may have Twitter and LinkedIn accounts. You might have 3 friends on Twitter. You don't ever use it. You may not even have Twitter. Go sign up an account. Go find your password and connect it. Even if you don't use LinkedIn, go find it, set it up, and connect it. Because you're going to see next that the way that what this tells you is the page you're connected. The way that we do these auto posts is we put in hashtags. You may know what hashtags are, but they're indexed by both Twitter and LinkedIn. So even if you have 3 friends on Twitter, the fact that it says house hunting and real estate, many people are going to see your posts. And as you can imagine, I've shown you earlier, if people click on these posts, lead capture is behind it. So you don't need to do anything. Just click done, right? And then next it says import your listings. For you, again, because your office has been set, your listings should be auto-flowing, okay? And if they're not, use our support page and they'll help you do that. But what if you don't have listings? There's a little button right here that says don't have listings. And that says, great, use Farm Dominator, My Farm Dominator. So how does this work? Well, you type in something like, I'm just going to gamble and see if I can spell Phoenix. I think I can. Now, in this case, you're just naming it, right? And this is working. This is working. Yeah. You pull in the city here. You can say, I want to see single family homes, and I want to see all of them that are listed and displayed. And I want a minimum of 2 bedrooms with a minimum price of $200,000. Everything is for sale. And when I search, it shows me all these listings. All right. Now, once I click that and say, yeah, I want to pull that in, right? Well, we'll pull this in and we'll move on. It says, great. So let it do the work in the background. Let's generate seller leads. Well, what's that mean? Click it. Well, where do we want to do it? Well, since I'm pulling in listings in Phoenix, let's just go on with that theme, right? Type in the area, type in the zip code. I don't know what it is, but I'm sure you guys know. Click create landing page. And then it gets this generic, what is your home worth page, right? And I've already told you, like, generic doesn't work. You need a picture of Phoenix in the background. So I would upload a picture of Phoenix, right? Or upload a picture of a cool spot that everybody in Phoenix knows. Maybe it's a,
Watch out for this cat, okay? I see it.
Okay. And then the next button says share your seller post. So all you got to do.
Right, and there's your stuff.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a great day.
You have a better one.
Thank you.
Okay. I'm going to ask everybody, make sure you're muted. Somebody is not muted on the call. So at this point, we're going to get it to your social media. All you got to do is click next.
How do you feel?
You can customize what you want.
Yeah.
And you can schedule it. Or you can post.
Places.
Give me a second, everybody.
Went to the bakery and I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to take this off. You don't have to wear it in my car. But I do need your shoulder belt over your arm.
Let me ask the person who's looking for your shoulder belt over your arm.
Otherwise it won't do you any good.
Can you get it?
No, it does not. It will not stop you from getting anywhere.
Sorry, guys.
Do you want something to drink? Yeah. Okay. Let me move out of the way of this car that's waiting back for somebody else.
Guys, give me a second.
Right around here and I'll fix you a drink.
Your people. I'm trying to find that person who's talking.
No road? No. Under.
Oh, I just muted all. Everybody, can you hear me? Can you put it in the chat panel that you can hear me? I found the thing to mute.
Yes.
Oh my God. Sorry. Yeah, you can hear me. I can see that. Okay, thanks. All right. So this was the wizard. This turned on auto posting. This pulls in listings. This turns on My Farm Dominator to create a home valuation landing page. And when we do auto posting, when we set it up here, all we got to do now is update our listing, right? We can just change our listing from active to under contract. Boom, we're going to auto post. We're going to update that home value letter, or that letter for nearby homeowners, to say that it's sold. Whatever you want. This is where you need to manage your account from here, and then maybe log in and do a couple things on the task list that I showed you earlier, right? Now, remember I told you that I've got we pulled in that thing from My Farm Dominator. So if we click on the list here, I want to point out that you get a subset of tools. Basically, you get tools that don't get you in trouble. And here it's saying I've got social media auto posting turned on. So it's telling me, the agent like you, that we're going to auto post it to your social media for you. So you don't really need to touch it. When people click on this post, they're going to land on this page. And to keep everything copacetic, it's going to say that, hey, this listing is courtesy of the listing agent. But when the lead capture comes in, this lead goes to you. All the lead capture on these tools are all going to you. All right. So hopefully you can see that once you've turned on social media auto posting, it goes into the system and goes automatically. So again, on the listings page, if you don't have your listings, remember that I did tell you that there's a call that'll show you how to market listing. You can add a listing here manually. Maybe you're talking to a FSBO. You can grab a listing. Maybe you're going to hold an open house for somebody, or maybe somebody says, yeah, go ahead and use my listing and go get buyers. Grab it here. But if you don't, you just want to use My Farm Dominator, this is how you can go say, hey, I want to pull in a bunch of listings from Tempe, and I'm going to auto post them to my social media, and I'm going to get some stuff out and get buyer leads. Okay. I'm going to show you something. I'm going to take us back to the mastermind group. So in the mastermind group, this is a private group. I don't know if I mentioned this to you. You should all be in the mastermind group. Okay. This is where our clients talk about what's going on. I kind of showed you this earlier. But I want to show you something. Give me a second. I want to show you something that is in the mastermind group related to My Farm Dominator. And My Farm Dominator was released, I think, at the beginning of June or July. And it didn't take our clients long to figure out what was going on and how to start using it. And to give you an example of that, I'm gonna search in here for a guy named Paul Graves, and just bear with me. This Facebook is super slow now that they've upgraded it, which kind of sucks. But anyway, Paul Graves. And Paul came in here, and he sent a few things lately, but one of the things he did a little while ago, July 14th, he says, Farm Dominator for the win. And I want to show you what he posted in it, right? So he basically just said, here's a screenshot of all my leads coming in, right? So these are listings that he borrowed, and he says, what did you spend to get those leads? And Paul, and as I mentioned before, these are auto posting to his page, but he needs to. But Paul said, I boost each property for 6 to 8 days for $6 to $10 to $15 each, and I get 20 to 25 leads on the best listing. So 50 to 75 cents a lead. Good long-term database building and retargeting work. So he's building a database of buyers by using My Farm Dominator, which I just showed you is inside every one of your accounts, and then he goes and he boosts them, right? So if you want to do that sort of thing, that functionality is right there inside your system. But the other latest and really amazing thing is up here. It's a tab called Ads. Ads, right? When you come here the first time, it's going to tell you connect to Facebook and connect to Facebook. Now, let me tell you about Facebook ads. I don't know if you guys know how to do Facebook ads. And I'm going to repeat myself. We have been in business for longer than 10 years. I think Facebook has had only Facebook advertising for like 6 years, right? The minute that Facebook created an advertising platform, we were in it because we do everything we can to help our clients get business. But what we have learned from that experience, this years of experience, is that there are many agents that can come in and say, whoa, that's amazing. I ran an ad and I got like so many leads. And then there are other agents that say, whoa, I just spent $50 and I got one lead. And that kind of is not exciting, right? That's not cool. We actually don't like that at Listings to Leads. We don't like to hear that our agents are wasting money because, well, one, I think it kind of reflects on us. We talk about Facebook all the time. We tell our clients, hey, you need to kind of go do this. And so we much prefer to see things like this guy saying, hey, I got 5 deals in 3 months from using your tool, right? That's what I want to hear. I don't want to hear, which I can scroll down here, and I'm pretty sure in the last 7 days, somebody said, hey, I did something and it didn't work, right? That's not good. That's all driving back to the point of what we just launched about a week ago, which is the Facebook Ad Creator. And when you click create an ad, it says, what ad do you want to post? And I can say, well, I want to post this one in Phoenix that I just pulled in, right? And the point is, I don't know if you run ads on Facebook. Some of you have and some of you haven't. If you haven't, I can tell you this. Facebook is one of the smartest, most economical places to run ads in real estate. It is awesome. It is awesome. Unfortunately, the Facebook Ad Manager is a real pain in the rear. It's got a lot of buttons and things that you need to click. And unless you get on a live call with Scott or myself or some other super cool Facebook ad guru, you might not know what in the world you're doing, and you're going to just waste money, okay? And that's not good, right? If you go spend 20, 30, 50 bucks and you get one lead, that is not good. So to create an ad with this thing, all you got to do is choose your listing, go down here where it says location, type in the word, and you got to spell it correctly, Phoenix, and click go, publish. Now, if you want, you can change the budget. We default to $35 for 7 days. You could do it for 4 days for $20. I totally am on board with that, right? If you want this to be different over here, this language, you can customize it over here, right? But you don't really need to. It's optimized for lead capture. That picture is cool. If they click on it, our landing page is behind it. All the things that you would have to do manually that would take you a few minutes and then maybe not succeed, it's all done by just clicking the name Phoenix or Tempe or whatever, or Scottsdale, and click publish. All right? And it will work. Now, I'm going to take us back there because I'm going to tell you something that you guys probably don't know at all. Marketing your listings when they're pending or sold or under contract, the call to actions, they change for getting buyers, like just listed, to getting sellers, home valuation lead, right? And so there are some things that you should know, like what tool do you use with listings to leads to capture that? Do you need to change the placements? Now, I don't even know if you know what placements are. The answer is yes. And again, if you are not on a call with Scott or I, you would not even know that, right? So this is the number one place for our clients to waste money, is trying to get listing leads on Facebook. Literally, it is the number one way I see people wasting money. I see it at least every week on Facebook. Once everybody learns that you can run ads through this by just typing in the word Phoenix or Tempe or whatever and click go, everything has been coded so that you don't waste money, so that it works properly. If I can't, so I got to just kind of tell you this, okay? I talk to a lot of agents every day of the week, and they want to know about Facebook. They also want to know about, I need seller leads, right? And so they figure out like, hey, this is where this comes in. It's like, I want to get a home valuation landing page and go run it out on Facebook. And I'm like, okay, great, that's awesome, right? I hope that's a pleasant experience for you. For many people, it's not. And I say, so what are you after? Are you after collecting addresses? Is that part of your business? Or is it getting listing contracts? Because if it's getting listing contracts, you need to go into your listings tools, get that print flyer for nearby homeowners I was talking about, and lean on that. That will get you more contracts than running it out on Facebook. But then the other question I get is, what should I be spending on Facebook? And many of you are new on this call, new agents, and many of you are seasoned agents. So I definitely want you to understand this question, right, and this answer. I tell everybody, even if you're brand new, that you need to run one ad. Well, you need to spend minimally $200 a month on Facebook. All right? And that could be a borrowed listing. You could borrow a listing from a colleague, or you could use My Farm Dominator and get a listing like this one. And then say, I'm going to run an ad for $20 every week for 4 days, right? $5 a day. That's $20 a week, right? On every weekend, I'm going to run the $30 ad for what is your homework. So that's 20 plus 30 is 50 times 4 for 4 weeks is 200. All right. That's what I tell agents to do all the time. I used to tell them to go do it over on Facebook Ad Creator, but today I tell you, go run your $20 ads through this thing. Next week, when you click this button, you see how you only have the option to promote a listing? Next week, you're going to have the option to promote a landing page, like your super cool customized Phoenix landing, right? So we're going to make it bulletproof so you can't lose your money. You need to have a budget on Facebook. If you want thousands of people to know that you're an agent for $20 and to click on something and become a lead, you need to use Facebook. All right? Our tools are awesome. And you don't always have to use Facebook. There are a lot of things I've shown you today. Like I said, we've got clients who are growing their business literally, by 400%. The only way they do it is by using our tools. So, guys, do you have any questions? Now is a good time. You've heard me yammering on for nearly an hour. I'm sure that was a lot of fun. But are there any questions that I can answer for you? And if not, I will get this recording to Robert, and he will send it to you. And let me see if I can find this right here, right now. Let me see if I can send this to you right now. Sometimes I can, sometimes I can't. So, I do see questions. Yeah, I answered that one about auto posting. So guys, in your chat panel, I just sent you an article. It's this post. I mentioned it earlier. And again, you got to unlock the value of listening to leads to get to grow your business, right? Madeline, I do see your questions here. You need to email me, vince@listingstoleads.com. Video. If you want to know how to use video. If you want to market listings to get more listings and buyers, whether they're your listings or not, there you go. If you don't have listings, what do you do, right? You want free and cheap lead gen. There's some great ideas here. And again, if you're an agent that wants more listings, this covers the top 7 tools, ranked not on how many addresses you collect, but on how fast leads turn into contracts. All right. So guys, I appreciate you being here with me today. Get in our mastermind group. If you're not in our mastermind group, let me tell you the fastest way to get in our mastermind group. You get in, you can find me. There is a tab inside listings to leads where you can you can ask, right? And sometimes that works and sometimes it doesn't. And you get lost in this black hole for days. My name is Vincent Meza. I'm in Lafayette, California. I'm the VP of Sales here at Listings to Leads. And if you friend me on Facebook and say, hey, Vince, I'm with Hunt ERA, I will drop you in less than a minute, right? So everybody, thanks so much for joining me. Get involved with the system. We've got some super cool, awesome stuff that we're about to roll out in the next couple weeks. These tools work. I recommend that you use them if you're interested in growing your business. Thanks so much, everybody. Take care, keep safe, and stay in touch.